was made way back in 1842 by a humble man, a real God-fearing Jew, who did his work with honesty, feeling and pride. With loving care, his hand so sure and still, he formed me with some parchments, ink and quill. Each day he slowly added to me just a few more lines, with words to last until the end of time. And on the day when I was finally complete, the whole town came and filled the narrow street, and they sang and danced and held me high and carried me away to my little wooden shul where I would stay.
But it's definitely pre-war. I estimate
30s, maybe 20s.
I estimate teens, 20s, 30s. Yeah, like 100 years, give or take. Probably one of the stamps on that was covered by this roller said, "I'm from Dvinsk and I'm really smart and I checked this." And there was a mistake. A lot of the written Torah is really Torah Shebal Peh. A lot of it is Halacha L'Moshe Misinai. A lot of it is just traditions that accumulated over the years. So this dates back to Rav, who was the first rabbi, the earliest rabbi in the Gemara. And he used to draw his chets in such a way, when he wrote Sefer Torah, he would draw the chet in a way that it had an up arrow. Because why not? Any chance to to work in some symbolism pointing upwards towards God, why not? So he drew a chet with an up arrow in it, so do we. And there's a tradition, or it's a stylistic thing really, that scribes, apparently they got at this independently all over the world, and they've been doing this for about 900 years, making all the other columns begin with a vav.
In the whole Torah.
Yes. Anyone have an idea why?
And. But it means
it's a way to align yourself when you're learning.
It's a but it's in Parshas Truma, when it's describing the building of the Mishkan, one of the motifs are Vaveha Amudim V'Chashukehem Kesef. So it's a pun because the hooks of the columns. Yeah, the hooks of the columns.
I feel like I said it before.
Yeah, so Vav is the hook. So the hook of the column that tie. So
I don't understand.
so Vav literally means hook, and it's.
If you have to erase something, then you're right.
So you take one. So you take one of these.
Oh, that's a
Safety razor blade. Yeah, the old one.
That's in the scroll.
I also got.
Yeah, and you kind of. So with an old Sefer Torah like this, it's a lot easier because the parchment is thick, and you kind of scoop out and try and hold your breath because if you make a hole, you're.
Then you got to do a whole other section.
Yeah.
And are there traditions for which letters get crowns?
Yeah. So the letters shot in this guess Shin, Ayin, Tes, Nun, Zayin, Gimel, and Sadi get the crowns.
Everywhere? Throughout the Torah?
Throughout the Torah.
Oh, right.
And here, and in this one, in this Torah, the person who wrote this Torah put a crown on the second hay in Hashem's name.
In all of them?
Today, it's pretty common to have Achnosat Sefer Torah where people fill in the last letters.
Okay.
So back then, one of the ways it's an old Eastern European tradition that when they started writing the Torah, they would have a letter writing ceremony, and you can see how some of these are not quite as nice as the others, and
that was the president of the shul got to write the Beis or something.
Or something like that. So the stitches between the seams are you have to sew it with this thread, and if you sew it with anything else, if everything else in the Torah is perfect, and you sew it with any other kind of thread, it's not kosher. Yeah.